What's up, y'all? Lost my voice a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all come on in, and then we're going to get started. So give me 1 second. Oh, all right. All right, y'all, let's get it started. And as we're getting everyone in here, because I want to give y'all some time to get in here, make sure you made it. What's up, EdTech Cousin? How you doing? Come on in the room, y'all. Give y'all about a few seconds to get started, but you know I love to start on time, so you guys can end on time because I know you have a million things to do, but you know I'm here to give y'all that EdTech advice and information. If you guys are here, let me know how y'all found me because I have been on so many platforms talking to so many people, so let me know how y'all found me. If you're just coming in and you're wondering, who am I? My name is Derreka, aka the Diva of Education. I was in education for about 15 years, did the whole teaching thing, was an instructional coach, and then also was an assistant principal. And then I made the pivot into EdTech. And now I've made it my mission to help other people find their way into this space. It is a space for all of us, and it is a space for educators. And one thing I can say is I wish I would have known about this space earlier. I would have been transitioned. There's a lot of information out there that can kind of throw us off. So I want to make sure I'm giving you guys insight from someone who has done it and also somebody that's been in the other side of the world. So, oh yeah, I remember you. You did reach out to me. Yeah. Nice to see you again. All right, so we're going to get started today. So today, you know, I always have my topics up, and I get these topics based on the questions that you guys are asking me, right? So there was a lot of people that last week, since the last time we did a live, they were asking me all of these things that they heard about transition or they heard about EdTech. So I said this week we're going to start off with debunking some of these myths that are out there that are holding some of y'all hostage from moving forward. Now, if you don't know how I do this, I go through my lesson. You know, I am a former educator. I go through my lesson, and then we always have a Q&A at the end. So if you have pressing questions, hold on to them because your question is probably 10 other people's question. For my new people and my new cousins who have found me, I'm so happy to have you here. I literally have created this platform, not for me. I created this platform because it's something that I wish I had when I was trying to transition. So I said I was going to be that for everybody else because I literally did it on my own and I had so many questions and I didn't have anybody to step in and help me. So I'm going to be that help for you. All right, so we're starting off with some of these crazy things that y'all have been sending me that I want to make sure that you guys know is either 100% correct or 100% false or somewhere in the middle. And if you have any myths, anything that you've heard about EdTech, drop them in the comments so I can also address them. All right, because this is interactive, right? We're going to go back and forth all day. All right. The first thing that a lot of people last week have messaged me about when it comes to EdTech, they're asking me, do you need to know how to code to be in EdTech? And the answer to that is absolutely not. I know you guys hear the word tech and you think that, you know, it's very much technical with apps and computers and things of that nature, but that's not the case. There are so many other roles in EdTech that literally educators are made for, literally. So no, you don't need any tech or coding experience to get into the EdTech space. All you need to do is have your education experience, and that really can lead you into a pathway that is going to help you navigate and get where you're supposed to be. So to sum it up, do you need to have coding experience to get an EdTech? The answer is absolutely not. You do not need any coding experience whatsoever. Did anybody think that? Did anybody think that you had to have like tech experience to get in EdTech? Because a lot of people do. Drop that below, let me know. And if you are a teacher in the education realm, I want you guys to drop your apples. Drop your apples so I know who is in here. And if you are looking to get into EdTech, drop your the laptop emoji so I know who I'm talking to up in here. All right, so that was the first. Okay, what's up, Miss Wiggins? How you doing? Nice to meet you virtually. I got my teachers in here. All right, so the next question, well, the next myth that a lot of people had asked me, and this is one that comes up a lot. They said, do you need a tech degree to get into EdTech? So when we say that, we mean like, do you also need like to go back and get another certification or another master's degree in EdTech? Because I see a lot of people now are starting to get their degrees in EdTech, which is amazing, right? That's great. But you don't need any other certifications, any other degrees. Your education experience is your lifeline. And I keep saying this to people and they don't believe me. I do have a master's degree because I was an assistant principal. But my background, my actual degree was in, well, at my school, I went to Prairie View. It was interdisciplinary studies, which is education. But I had a minor in math and a minor in business. I had nothing dealing with tech. I have nothing dealing with tech. Now, I am very techy, but I have no degrees or certifications in tech. And if somebody tells you have to go back and get it, they're lying to you. Anything that they're going to do, they will teach you on the job. Please listen to me. All you have to do is come in with your information and be able to show how what you did over here in the education world transfers over here in the ed tech world. That's it. So again, I'm going to reassure you, you do not need another tech degree. You do not need a tech certification. This is not cybersecurity. You don't need anything like that. Your education experience and background alone is enough to get into ed tech. All right. So that was the second myth that I heard a lot this week. When I say a lot, a lot. And I want to reassure you that you don't have to go through all of that. If you do, it's for your own good, but it's not what you need to do. All right. Another one that I noticed a trend for was if you haven't worked in tech before, ed tech won't consider you. So again, that is another lie, because a lot of these things I think we put in our head as educators, and it's really stopping us from moving forward because you don't even know, like, they're looking for you. You would be amazed at the job descriptions and things of that nature. I drop them every Friday. Literally, I drop jobs based on the people that are starting to come into my EdTech community group, or they have left messages like or commented on things. Half of this stuff has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Like, all you need is your education experience alone. That's it. Hold on, let me get a question because I see a few popping up. I'm a third year teacher. Will my experience be enough to cross over? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes again. I say if you have 2 to 3 years, most likely 3. If you have 3 years in the classroom, you have enough experience to cross over into EdTech. It's not about if you have enough experience. It's about if you are able to translate your experience and show how it can benefit over here when you get into EdTech. That's it. It's not a lack of experience. It's you being able to showcase, I did data over here. This is how I can do data with you guys, right? It's 2 different languages, but the same thing. So you have to learn how to speak that language. But yes, baby girl, you have everything that you need to get into EdTech, and it is my mission to show you you can get into EdTech. All right, and that was Miss Wiggins. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up before I keep going. I want to know more. I'm self-contained teacher, ASD for the past 2 years. Yes. You can do it. Like, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more at the end of this video, but y'all, this space, ed tech, is not like regular tech. It's educational technology. So they need people with the educational experience. If you are a beast in the classroom and you know what you're doing, you're confident, and you know what you're talking about, this space is for you. Now, if you are shaky, you don't know what's going on, you just a teacher that's been floating, it will be extremely hard for you to transition. But if you know if you know, you're confident in your skill set, and you also know that it's time to do something different. You feel it. You feel like I've been in this classroom, or I've been on this campus, and it's time for me to. It's just time to do something different, right? That's enough of an indicator to let you know that it's time to start looking. And the beauty of being in education while you look is you have a secure spot, right? Like, it's not like you don't have a job, or you have a secure spot, especially even over the summertime. You have checks coming in, you have time now. So if you don't try, the issue is not on whether you can, it's the effort that you're putting into it, right? So I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you try and you really like put your intentions out there and you bust your butt, you can get into this space. You really can. Okay, so the fourth myth that I heard this week is, somebody put on here, is time. Oh, that's my little buddy, girl. Yes, it is time. If you feel in your heart of hearts, you know it's time. And while we're doing all this, make sure you are sharing this live with all our other teacher friends, right, who have the same thoughts as you. They want to leave. They don't know how to leave. They don't know where to start. Have them come over to this channel. Now, let me get on my soapbox real quick. Now, listen, y'all. I do have a paid membership group, right? I have that. And it's super cheap, first of all, because I thought about y'all. If you try to get out of EdTech, clearly it's because you want to make more money. I understand, and I got you, right? But the other thing is this. I drop so much free stuff. Literally, if you go to the link in my bio, I just put another free a free document up for you guys, because I know sometimes like money is kind of tight, money is kind of crazy, but I'm still giving you guys the insight. I cannot do it for you, and I won't do it for you, but I will give you everything that I know how in order to get it. Oh, thank you. She said she liked the freebies. Oh, I appreciate that. And every month I'm dropping a freebie. So the ultimate goal is to give you 12 freebies a year. So, right. So even if you don't want to come over here and you don't subscribe, you don't want to be a part of the community, cool. I still want you to have the information. So it can't be because you didn't know, right? It's because you just didn't implement what I told you that I literally gave you. All right. But thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. I really put my whole heart and soul in this, y'all, because I really want y'all to have everything that I didn't. Like, that is literally my driving force with this. So thank you. Okay. So this is a big one. EdTech jobs. So the only EdTech job that you qualify for is teaching online. I've heard a lot of that. I need you right now. I'm looking at all of you in your eyes. I need you to realize that you are more than just a teacher. I'll say it again. You are more than just a teacher. Do you know that first of all, I want you to listen to comments. I want you to think of at least 3 things that you do on a day-to-day basis as a teacher that's outside of teaching. I'll wait, because I can name about 10. 3 things that you do outside of just instruction, right? Those are the things, those are the skills that literally you can leverage, right? You're not just teaching curriculum. So being an online instructor isn't your only way of getting into EdTech. You troubleshoot. You help implement things. You are all over the data. You do PDs. You facilitate learning with adults. Sometimes you facilitate learning with adults and the kids at the same time. You're a trainer. All these things what I've realized about teachers and even educational leaders is all the things that we do, we kind of try to like brush it under the rug and say, oh, well, I just do a little this, a little that, not knowing that there's somebody in EdTech that does one job that you do and they get paid really well for it. So why can't you guys do that? Like, I need you guys to learn to have more confidence in all of the abilities that you have, because there's so many things that you do on a day-to-day basis. And I need us to realize that. So when we talk about EdTech jobs, the only job that you qualify is not just for online teaching. They have customer success. They have EdTech sales. They have software program managers. It's so many things that you guys qualify for. And anything with manager on it, you qualify for that, because you've managed a classroom full of heathens. You've managed the unmanageable. If you can get 24th graders to walk in a straight line, what makes you think that you can't run a department? Hello. And I was in middle school and high school. So I earned my way into heaven already. All right. So here's another one. Oh, this is a really good one, and I need y'all to your teacher resume is good enough to apply with for your EdTech resume. Listen to me. If you want to make this journey the hardest journey that you've ever had, you will apply to every job with your teacher resume. A cute picture, you know, you got your cute colors on it, all the types of, they're not trying to have that in EdTech. It is about the structure, the format, and am I able to see your skills? And can I hurry up and look at it? The average time somebody looks at a resume is 4 to 6 seconds. That means you only have 4 to 6 seconds for them to look at it, figure out what they're trying to figure out, and then move on. So if you can't have that shown, like your skill set, your top talents, your highlights, all that type of stuff in 6 seconds, they're moving on to somebody who can. And one thing that I've noticed is it's not the lack of skill, it's the lack of ability to showcase the transferable skills. And the first thing is with your resume. All right, so that's one thing in the EdTech Club that we are actually going to make sure that we get right at first. All right, so we're going to make sure that resume is correct, and I'm also bringing in people who are resume writers in that club, and they're going to like literally go through it with you. And if you choose to work with them because you're in the EdTech Club, you're going to get a discount on your services as well. Invest in your resume. I don't care what anybody says, invest in your resume. That is the only thing. If you don't do anything else, invest in your resume, because if not, it's only going to prolong you getting where you need to be. All right. So again, the myth we just talked about was whether your your educator resume will suffice for an EdTech resume, and that myth is absolutely incorrect. It will not. You need to get a resume that is ATS certified and that is aligned with the structure and the format they are looking for over there. Now y'all done got quiet over here. Can I get some apples in the can I get some apples in the chat so I can know y'all still here and y'all getting all this good stuff that I'm saying, because y'all done got quiet on me and I don't like that. I don't like when y'all get quiet, because I feel like, okay, there we go. I was like, hold on. Did y'all go to sleep? Not in my class. All right. So again, these myths, what I'm noticing is they are definitely holding y'all back. Y'all are quitting before you even start. And literally, I wish I could just grab y'all and shake y'all and let y'all know that this space is made for y'all, right? What is another thing? Okay, so this is a good one. The myth that everyone pivots quickly is a myth. So I think for me, because people have asked me how long did it take for me to pivot and to land a role in EdTech. It took me 2 months and 1 day, right? But that first month was ridiculous. I got so many rejection emails that, like, if it were you, it would make you cry. I think I got over 50 rejection emails. Like, seriously. And what's funny is the company that hired me rejected me initially. Well, the company that I wound up going with, because I had 3 offers. The company that I wound up going with, they denied me twice because my formatting wasn't right. Right? So it's not about just applying. It's about having a strategy too. And that's another thing we do in the EdTech group is we talk about strategy. There's somebody on the live, I can't remember her name. It's my EdTech buddy. Literally, she reached out to me on LinkedIn, and she asked me about a position that I had reposted. And she asked me, did I know anybody in the network? And I remember that I didn't know, but I had met somebody in LinkedIn or whatever, but I gave her my strategy. And last week she had told me that she got a contact, like they followed up with her. I'm not saying it's going to work to get you a job every single time, but it's going to get you noticed. So the thing about it is you want a strategy. If you're just cold applying or blind applying, the day and age of that is over. It's not going to work for you. So you have to have a strategy when you are applying for these jobs, especially in EdTech, because people are starting to learn about it. So now you have what we call competition that's out there, and it's like, okay, you can apply, I can apply too. So you got to have a strategy that's different than everybody else, or that's really assertive, not aggressive, but assertive, to let people know that you're standing out and you're serious. All right. So that's the other thing. Pivoting typically takes 3 to 6 months. I know some people took 6 to 12 months, right? Mine took 2 months, but when I tell you I was on beast mode, I was on beast mode. I knew, I had literally wrote down in my manifestation journal, I said, by this date, I will not be without an EdTech job. And God is funny because it passed that day, and the next day I got my offer. I was supposed to get my offer on that last day. But something happened with, I think somebody got sick and they couldn't call or something like that. So I said, God is always funny. But I was very intentional when I was doing that. You know what I mean? So you can do it. You just have to have a plan. But remember, it's not a quick process at times. But for me, it was. So, like I said, apparently the strategies I have, they work. They work for a few other people that I've given them to, my sorority sisters and things of that nature. And that's why I'm like, hey, let me help y'all because clearly they work. All right. So getting a remote job is hard. The other myth is getting a remote job is harder than getting a on-site job. And I would say, yes, that is not a myth. I think that is the truth. Everybody wants to be remote. Everybody wants to work remote, right? So those jobs are a little harder to get in a sense. Do I think that they're impossible? No. I just think you really have to show up and showcase that the skills that they're looking for plus some, you have it. So I know the remote jobs are the ones that most people go after. What I would suggest, if you're getting hit with rejections or you're getting to rounds and you're not securing a role, what I would suggest you do is start looking into hybrid, right? Because the thing about ed tech and things outside of education is we don't have contracts in the sense that we're obligated to be in that classroom for that long, right? So if you get a job and you work it for 6 or 8 months, you can literally leave and get another one. There's nobody's going to pull your certification. There's none of that. So what you do is you get in first. You get in, you get a good idea of what you're doing, what you want to do, and then you just continue to keep leveling up, right? It's just like, going from teacher to instructional coach to assistant principal to principal superintendent. You keep climbing that ladder. So it's not too hard, but it is work. I will tell you that much. So I would suggest if you're having a very hard time, consider hybrids. Because hybrid, you could be, in the office maybe 2 days, out of the office 3. That still sounds like a win to me. If I was just trying to get out of the classroom, off of the campus, and I wanted a little bit of my freedom, I would definitely do that. Are you virtual and what do you do? So I am completely remote. I do travel because I'm over 2 school districts. So I do travel occasionally to them. Like literally, I'm about to go on a work trip, but it's all expenses paid. So I am in. So I have my role is kind of different. It's not like if I say the title, it wouldn't make sense to you, but it's basically a customer success role. And a little bit of like bringing the instructional expertise to manage a system. So if I had to say anything so it would be easier to understand, I would say it's more aligned with customer success and client success, the role that I'm in. It's kind of a hybrid role. It's kind of unique. And like I said, the company I'm with, I used that program from the moment that I started teaching up until when I left. And I was very familiar with it. So yeah, it was an interesting role to take on, and I was super excited for the challenge that came with that. But it's basically customer success in a sense. All right, so I didn't see you guys dropping any myths that you had, any questions you had as it relates to things you've heard about transitioning into EdTech, but I wanted to make sure that I knocked out literally the bulk of the messages that I got last week. It was a lot of them with these same things over and over and over. So I said, let me go ahead and create this space so we can talk about it. Our long resumes, okay. Let's start the question and answer piece. Let's do that. Let's get into it. So our long resumes, okay. If you have a lot of experience. So I would try to limit it to 2 pages. I mean, I know a lot of people say that. But I will say that, you say I'm listening and following, I'm ready to go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. So with resumes, the thing about it is you want to show your skills. You don't want to show that you just been working a long time, right? You have to like tailor your resume for the job. My resume writer was amazing. Because I only look at 3 different pathways, right? So my resume has all of that like in there because I'm only looking to do either 3 specific things in ed tech. So it's like an all encompassing resume that works, right? The thing about it is you, like I said before, 4 to 6 seconds is all you have when they first look at that resume to really determine if you have what they need. So it's not about, and if it's super long, that's a lot to look at in 4 to 6 seconds, right? So the formatting has to be on point. If you've been teaching 20 years, they don't need to know that. The dates are going to tell them that. What we're worried about is like what roles that you have that showcase transferable skills that align with the job that you're looking for, if that makes sense. Right. So it's not necessarily just about long resumes, it's about intentional resumes. And we definitely talk about that in the EdTech community. And we make sure we get you right. All right, I'm listening and following. Since I'm in-home daycare owner, I'm in the middle of completing my associate in applied science in early childhood education, but I ran my own program for 4 years. I'm like, yeah, so the thing about it is you still have worked with kids in some capacity. And this isn't about the working with the kids piece. Faithful Kids Academy, you actually have a more aligned of the business aspect. So if you wanted to do like EdTech sales and things of that nature, you know what a sales cycle looks like, right? And again, we talk about this in the EdTech where I make sure you are on the right pathway. Because if you're trying to do instruction, but like with her, she has a background in business as well, like you should be over here on the EdTech side, EdTech sales side, or customer success. You know the life cycle of being with a client and things of that nature. So yeah, you still have the information that you need to be successful in here, and you've been doing it for 4 years, right? I do want to say this. A lot of you guys think that, when you're pivoting into ed tech, that you're coming in with 0 years of experience. And I want you to think about how long you've been in education. I'll give you a second. That's your years of experience. All right. So, for example, me, I left with 15 years of experience. You know what I mean? So when I left with 15 years of experience, I am mid to senior level of workforce experience because I'm coming into ed tech with 15 years of experience. I don't have 0 years. So a lot of you guys are coming in mid-level positions because of the time you guys have put 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? Those are mid to senior level positions. And a lot of you guys think that you're starting from scratch, which is 0. And that is not the case. You just have to have the right pathway that you're doing it to get you in there. Now, I would say this, my group is not saying that, oh, I'm 100% going to handpick you and put you in a job. No, the group is there to give you the skills, give you the resources, back you up, practice those resources, have you have a strategy, everything like that. I'm going to let you network with my people, all that type of stuff, right? But I can't do the work for you. I can bring you to the water. I cannot make you drink. Imposter syndrome is so real for educators. I literally am giving y'all free downloads. Y'all, if y'all can read it and then apply it. Some people still won't apply it. And then they wonder why they're not getting those ed tech roles. Well, it's because you did not apply the information that literally with the resources you're getting for free. Right? So just know that like, take me to the water, I'm trying. Hello, with a bucket. You hear me? So the thing about it is like, everybody can do this. You have the skill set, but you have to put in the effort. My community is going to support you. We're going to back you. When it comes to interview, like this month, May, is all about interviewing. That's the theme for May with the EdTech group, right? So we're doing like hot seats. We're doing, we're going over your resumes. I have those resume writers coming in. And you have homework in the group too. I know y'all thought y'all got out of it. You have weekly homework. That's optional for you to do, of course, but you do that homework so you can strengthen these skills so you can see where you are in the process, right? So it's very intentional, this group that I created for you guys, but also it's meant to help you get to where you need to be and build that confidence. Right. Oh, that's my soror. Actually, she was one of the last people that I worked with that I liked. Hey, girl. Hey. Shout out to all the K's in the building, if y'all here. All right. So, Let me see. Yes. So again, like I said, the group is going to be amazing, but I'm not going to lie to you. You have to do the work too. I can't do it for you, and I won't do it for you because you're the one that wants to get into ed tech, right? So you have to show the initiative too. The reason that I even put a price on the ed tech group is because what I've noticed, if I make everything free, y'all get lazy. Y'all do not want to try. I think even though the ed tech group is only $24.99 a month, that's it. I think that puts a little fire under you to be like, okay, I'm investing in myself. I need to get a return out of this, right? And I know there's some people that told me that I can charge, $99 a month or this. I'm not trying to bleed y'all, and I won't do that. My intent is to get y'all laser focused, have y'all come into this community, be serious, and then get what you need to get. And the other thing about the community that's super dope is once you do transition, you can stay in the group. You will no longer be billed for it, but you become a part of our alumni club. And you basically can help people network, do all those things. You see positions that are open at your place of employment. You can give them a referral code. It's literally our in-house hub of EdTech buddies. You know what I mean? So it's dope, and it's really going to grow and be a beautiful thing of people. I'm not going to say just women, of people who are there with the intention of helping other people transition as they transition out and then as they come in. So it becomes like our own little community. So you can't do part-time. You said after school hour. So they do have contract work. I wasn't interested in contract work because, like I said, I was transitioning completely. I knew I was done, honey. But they do have contract work. Like they have some companies like Amplify. I know for sure. I saw a lot of them on Amplify. They have seasonal work. So during the summer, you can get those positions, put that on your resume, and then, eventually get into a full-time role. As far as the after school hours, I don't know of any positions because that's not any that I look into. But I can be on the lookout, and I can drop some of those on Friday whenever I am scouting for you guys during the week when I see dope jobs and I'm like, oh, I remember so-and-so said they wanted this one. I give like 2 to 3 jobs on here on all my platforms, but I drop like all of the jobs that I found in the EdTech group. Sorry. I gotta have my people. Gotta make sure they good. How do you become contracted? And so it literally says it in the job description. It will say contract. So it tells you that's exactly what they want. And they usually only hire for a certain time, or they'll tell you like, this is a 9-month contract. This is a 3-month contract. So whenever you're looking at those positions, they are very specific and let you know if they are contracted or not. So hopefully that helps you with that. All right, y'all. Do y'all have any more questions? Because I want to make sure that I am preparing for the community live. We're going to start at 7 p.m. If you are in the community, if you're interested in joining the community, the link is in my bio somewhere around here. I need to put it on here, but I will next time. It is $24.99 a month. And like I said, you can cancel at any time, get your resources and dip if you want to, whatever. But just know it's going to be a community of people there to help you. After this live, I go live in that group at 7 p.m. And it is a Facebook group. So we're able to truly engage and do all kind of stuff in there. I'm only going to I said 200. I'm going to drop it down. I'm only going to let 100 people in because I want to make sure that we are keeping it real tight. Because that can be a lot of people with a lot of opinions and all that type of stuff. And I want it to be very intentional. And then once we do that, we will open it up to the next wave of people that can come in. One of the perks of joining the EdTech group is I'm going to randomly put y'all's names in a wheel, a random name selector, and it's going to pick 2 people. And those 2 people, I'm going to basically do one-on-one coaching with for free until the school year starts, or I might do it 3 months, 6 months. I haven't decided yet. But once we get that people in the group going, we're going to do that. So again, a lot of freebies because I'm not trying to bleed y'all. I'm really not, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm able to give y'all the resources that y'all need. I also heard that there's going to be, if you're in the Houston area, that's where I'm at, there's going to be a Black Tech Week that's going to be in Houston, August the 11th through August the 16th. I just found out about that today. Shout out to my EdTech girl who sent that to me. And I'm definitely going to try to arrange for a meet and greet. if you're a part of the EdTech Club, you know we're gonna take care of you, and we're gonna, give you a little brunch vibe on us. We're definitely gonna do that. So if you will be in the Houston area, that is August 11th through the 6th to the 16th, I think. So look into that. It's called Black Tech Weekend, and it's in Houston, Texas. All right. So I'm about to go ahead and let you guys have it. Unless you guys have any other questions, I do want you to definitely just, get everything that you get. Do you help with finding part-time one-on-one coach? So I know some dope coaches, actually. Tyrena is amazing. Tyrena, I started with her, but I did everything on my own, so I didn't need her. But she's amazing. I would Tyrina. I'll drop her. She does coaching as well, and I don't know if she does one-on-one, but she has a few clients that she works with, and she's good. So I would definitely suggest her, because I can vouch for her personally. I'm not going to vouch for anybody that I don't know personally whenever we're coming to all this type of stuff. So I would definitely look her up. I think she goes by Transitional EdTech or EdTech Transition Coach. Yeah, I would look into her if you're looking for one-on-one. My one-on-one will be at my own discretion, because this group is going to be, even though it's group sessions, it's still going to be a lot of work with us, because literally I'm giving y'all something every week. We're doing this, we're doing that. So I don't want to overextend myself right now before I build my team all the way out. So what will be discussed today? I want to try it. So our theme this month is interviews. So we're going to go over some interview one-on-ones, things of that nature, just to warm up that conversation today in the EdTech group. That is what we are going to start discussing. I can say that much. We are going to talk about the interview process and things of that nature once you can get one, or working to get one. So love her. I love Carol. Am I able to join? It's open. Yeah. So if you go to the link in my bio, all you have to do is click on that, become subscribe. I'll get the notification, and then you'll get an email instantly, and it'll tell you how you can join the EdTech group. And you're in there. And like I said, we go through it every month. If you get out of the EdTech group, it's cool. We just, clear the list, and we let other people in. So it's literally that cool. Like, we're not here to hold you hostage. We're just here to help if you want it. Don't forget, right here, there is a freebie that is on my site as well. If you click the link in my bio, you can get that freebie. It's an ebook where it basically gives you a 7-day pre-pivot plan. So if you're trying to pivot, it basically helps you start to get your stuff together to pivot, so you can be in the right space, have all your stuff together, know what you're getting into as you make this journey into EdTech. So I'm super excited that you guys are even locked in like this. I know that when you're trying to transition, it can be very frustrating, especially when you have the skill sets, but you're just waiting for somebody to see you, right? And in this day and age, like, we're not waiting to be seen. We are making sure that people can see us. Educators, a lot of times we wait to be seen because we're such givers, but coming into this space, you need to be seen. You need people to see you because you're dope and you have amazing skill sets. And if you sit in the background too long, you will fade to the back. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. Next Monday, we will have another live. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all this stuff. Make sure you interact with me in the comments, because the more you comment with me, the more you interact with me, the more I'm able to get this to other educators that are wanting this information. Make sure you get the free downloadables. Make sure you share this with other educators so they can know that there is somebody out there that is truly supporting them and has been in their shoes and is trying to help them put on a new pair of shoes. Those EdTech shoes. So if you have any other questions or anything like that, always you can drop them on any type of video. I'm always doing videos. I love content. Yeah. So just make sure you are engaging with me. The YouTube is up and the podcast is going to drop in June. So your girl's been working. Your girl's always working. I'll take one more question. Is this just for persons in the U.S.? No, this is for anybody. Now, I do live in the U.S. I am in the United States of the Americas. But anyone is welcome to this. You know, I think this information that is on here is transferable to anyone, anywhere. Education is universal. Math taught in France is the same as math taught in America. I was a math teacher. So, you know, we're here just to make sure that you get the support you need and you're in the community, right? And if nothing else, even if you don't want to be in the community, you just have insight to know what's going on and how you can do it. That's my mission, and that's what I'm here for. All right. So with that being said, I need to go ahead and jump on over there to be ready for my 7 o'clock with my EdTech people. If you're interested in joining the group, click the link in my bio. You can join. At 7, my team will not be looking to admit you, so make sure you do that. When you do get admitted, please make sure you pay attention to your code. There's a code that you have in order to get into the group. It's in the email that's sent instantly whenever you go. Okay, y'all starting to download the freebie. I see y'all. Whenever y'all go in there, make sure you put that, because it is a question on there to ensure that, you know, you have purchased and you are a part of the community. So make sure that you guys are aware of that. So if there is nothing else, I will see you guys next Monday. Thank you guys for all the support. Keep supporting. Like, and follow me so we can make this worldwide, so everybody can get this EdTech greatness. Because like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. All right, y'all. So y'all have an amazing Monday. I didn't even remember the day. Have an amazing Monday, and see you guys later.